Hi everyone, I'm James Blacklaw's JB Commercial Finance here. A very quick video specifically for LinkedIn. A lot of you may know myself from doing a lot of videos on Facebook, quite casual from the same place I am now, about the government's Corona Business Interruption Loan Scheme and following on the Bounce Back Loan Scheme, which was announced this week. This one is a little bit different, a little bit more formal. So effectively, I want to briefly go through, for those of you who are in doubt, what we do know about the Bounce Back Loan Scheme and what we don't know about the Bounce Back Loan Scheme. Because since it was announced on Monday, there's been an awful lot of speculation about it, but the silence has been deafening from the providers or the potential providers. So what do we know? We do know this scheme has been launched as a response to the poor reception that the Corona Business Interruption Loan Scheme, known as CBILS or CBILS, has been. The reaction has been poor, the take-up rate has been poor. So this is the reaction to that. The loan amount available, anywhere from £2,000 to £50,000. A business is going to apply for this facility for up to 25% of their turnover, or £50,000, whichever one is lower. You have to have been trading 12 months to apply. The application process, the Chancellor assures us, is very straightforward, and it's a two-page document. 100% guarantee from the government, as opposed to the 80% for the CBILS loan scheme will apply. And the idea is to get money out quickly. The turnaround time of up to 24 hours has been mooted, even though we'll wait to see about that. So that's the majority of what we do know. The only other thing which seems to be creating a little bit of debate at the moment is the eligibility criteria with regard to the viability of the business. So we know that the business doesn't have to prove it's viable going forward, but the customer is likely to have to sign a declaration to say that the business was not an undertaking in difficulty, it's a new term, on the 31st of December 2019, so i.e. they're a viable business then, not necessarily going forward. So that's what we do know. What we don't know, we don't know exactly how this is going to be applied for. We don't know if there'll be a government portal. We don't know if you apply directly to your bank. We'll find that in due course. Hopefully, as the scheme is launching the working day after tomorrow, very, very shortly. We don't know exactly which lenders are going to be able to offer this scheme. It seems likely it'll be a bank-only scheme because it's unlikely that any alternative lenders currently on the panel are able to assist because they haven't got the funds to do so. And also a lot of them have loan levels that start above £50,000. So they won't be able to actually administer the scheme anyway. So it looks like it's going to be the high street banks who are currently feverishly working on systems to get this in place for them. The biggest one for me really is we don't know a huge amount about the due diligence and criteria of when applications are made, how they're going to assess them. So the two-page declaration form we signed, obviously that's due diligence light in its first instance. So that's fine. But if we're talking about a 24-hour turnaround, that doesn't give a huge amount of time for any proper due diligence with regard to accounts, looking at turnover, profitability, or even basic credit searches. So I'm not quite sure how we're going to get around that, or how lenders are going to get around that. It may be the case with the 100% government guarantee that there is no due diligence. But clients have to sign this declaration to say they weren't in difficulty. We don't know what will happen if they sign that to say that they weren't in difficulty, and then there's examination down the line, and we find out actually maybe they were going out of business anyway, maybe they're looking to wind the business up, whatever it may be. It seems to be very open for fraud at this moment in time. But that's a very brief overview over a couple of minutes about the current Bounce Back Loan Scheme, what we know about it, what we don't know about it. There'll be more that comes out over the next few days. I'll make sure everyone stays as updated as possible. If you do want to get in touch, please do so. I hope that's helpful. Thank you very much.